Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Pharaoh the guy. Always on the motherfucking job. I got five. Let's talk. Real talk. Today, y'all see the title. Adam22 exposes Wack. Today is gonna be a breakdown of a video I watched, and it's about the history of Wack and his armor been chipped. It's time to the coach vulture itself, the one that's been spreading disease within his own community. So we're gonna break down a video of Allen for now did on him. We're gonna see what it do.
So your beef with Wack was he talked to Blue Da Vinci. Blue Da Vinci ain't never did nothing to him. So no fit. Oh no, he don't get how it goes on your terms. Always.
And that's the cold thing about that whole situation right there. Now, I really don't like Adam, right? I call him Adam22, right? I don't like it, but he did come right off the bat and expose Wack. The first thing he said, so no fade, you talk all this big shit, you do all this big shit, but so no fade. So no fade. Mind you, when Clubhouse and all that was popping, you feel me, wasn't no too much of, befriending Allen and all that. He used to talk about it. You feel me? Now that platform that he got is being shut down, and that rhetoric and that negative narrative he be spreading is not getting any win. He run over there to the white man to continue to spread it. But let's continue on.
So my terms. What are your terms? So okay.
My question for somebody as big as bad as Wack100 that's calling out names on the catch page for everybody, why is he avoiding that favor with Jay Diggs?
That's my question. Because I like to stop the whole globe and focus on the line. Let's focus on the line. And he said, yeah, you talking about, you talking about that preacher. And then he said you was a motherfucking lie. And that's what you do.
And this is right here, this is Ayatollah, one of the founders of the Power Rose out of Compton, right? And it's just that I know a lot of people gonna be like, oh, this is hate, you feel me, this clout chasing and all this and all that, right? But this is a person that, love to put people paperwork out there, alleged paperwork, try to get people, try to paint a narrative that, the great late Nipsey Hussle was doing homosexual activity and all this and all that. This that same person. You know what I'm saying? And people was falling for it. But here it is, the same shit you call people out, like why they didn't get the crash out on site and all that and all this. Nigga, here it is, a nigga made a whole song about you, nigga. And you didn't do nothing. And then here's another older nigga, this Ayatollah right here. Check what he tell him.
You lie and you exaggerate and you stretch things. Go on with these lies. Your shit is getting short, bro. Wack, stop fucking lying, nigga. Wack, stop lying, nigga. Please stop lying. Like, listen, I fuck with Wack, but I would not fuck with a lie. Wack, stop lying. And matter of fact, none of the homies said they even put you on. Mom James didn't big bring you around. You got brought around by the police. So how did you come in to death row from the beginning? And you brag about that you gave Suge Knight's family $10,000. $10,000 ain't no money, nigga. You could have kept it.
And see, that's what people fail to realize. See, niggas like this, like Suge Knight, niggas with that money, you feel me? They know that $10,000, $5,000, $20,000 is a whole lot to niggas that don't got nothing. But once they get to spending it, that money ain't shit. That money ain't worth nothing. So if you really give a fuck about a nigga mama and all this and they peoples, and you sitting on millions, I mean, it ain't no way in hell, nigga, them niggas should be asking you for anything.
Your mouth shit for $10,000. I'm in the park. I'm in Gonzales Park. All the trips in Dubai and all the trips to Jamaica can't get you in the park. These young Browns will eat your ass up. Let's go to Come to Cabs and buy a hamburger. I dare you. You got no West Side pass. Don't allow me. Don't allow me. You can allow on JD's. You can.
And that's where the problem at. See, when you become not just a certain age, but the knowledge that you possess after being in the streets or seeing how the streets go, you know, whatever, just being abreast to the streets, right? Criminal activity, you know, or and especially I'm speaking on gang culture, just knowing how that lifestyle can really impact people's lives, right? Going to jail, crippled, whatever, right? When you get this type of money, why the fuck are you still instigating shit that's in the streets? Where you know half of the people don't even think about nothing that they doing. They just want to impress something. So when a person got this much money and they instigating certain type of shit, you know, I look at them like the culture vulture, because how can you have so much money coming from this type of culture but still influencing these negative, you know what I'm saying, narratives, or pushing these negative narratives?
Lie on Lucas, whatever the fuck these niggas' name is. You can lie on Jay Prince, all these other niggas. Don't lie on me. So you are in a box right about now. Man, come on your own Clubhouse and tell you to shut up. And you don't say nothing. You didn't put that on fire.
And shout out to Clubhouse for finally deleting his shit.
Is he officially gone?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying he's gone now. And that's good because he was doxing a lot of women. Like, what am I supposed to be scared of you?
You'll simply say, your time is up.
And that's another thing, like so many females, the reason why they obviously didn't feel like they was around him, because I mean, they was both using him, just like the situation with Mika. They was both using him. He was using females, females was using him. But the new bitch he got, you feel me, she gonna play all the games, you feel me, she likes master all the little tricks, you feel me. I'm talking about R&B, you feel me, you know, and it's just crazy because, you know, to sit there and be on Clubhouse R&B and to see how he treat women, backdoor, all this, use his power and all this over females' head, for you to see all of this and to be like, oh, he didn't treat me like this, like, that's not woman power. That's just like these niggas be allowing these snitches just to keep going around and fuck with niggas. Like, you feel me? You supposed to say something, stand up, but you married the nigga. You feel me? That mean even if you ain't doing it, you manipulating the situation right along with it to be more believable.
Next op. Oh, the other day, had a conversation, a sit down with a guy that does not get along with you very well, J Diggs.
I don't know that. In the age of the internet gangster, Wack100 stands out among the crowd, and given his ferocious bark.
How do you not know a person that's you spoke on? A nigga make a song about you. You being you. You got all type of homework lined up on the nigga, all type of false reports, all type of shit, right? But as soon as Adam22 asks you about it, you don't know the dude. All right, you being funny and all that, but why him? Why you ain't barking up the tree like you do everybody else? Call all type of other niggas snitches, bitches, snitches, you feel me? All this type of shit, weirdo gay niggas and all this. Why you ain't doing that with J Diggs? And watch his reaction and listen to the shit that he said.
You would think Wack would never decline a fame. Yet, when confident love found the iron followed March, Wack certainly had a change of heart and declined faith.
This happened the other day.
I'm gonna show you what this bag could do. I holla at you. Now, y'all definitely in the same age rank. Same age rank. Both of y'all older gentlemen. You feel me? Now you talk about on your podcast about how niggas ain't real, niggas don't want to get down. You big Paru, niggas don't respect this, but this another old nigga just like you. Why you don't want to give at this nigga? You threatening this nigga life. Come on, I'm gonna show you what this bag do. That goes right back into the saying that he uses niggas that have no real concept of money. $10,000 to take a nigga life, $10,000 to do a federal crime and go to jail. He uses these people in order to get his his narrative across. You feel me? Now he go on here and be like, oh, these niggas telling on themselves and all this and all that. But this nigga is threatening nigga life. Come on, I'm gonna show you what this bag do. But this is another nigga that's old like him. Why you don't want to fight, nigga?
Okay, for sure.
I'm curious, how did that call happen?
And now, more recently, Wack has opened up a completely different can of worms, and for the life of him, he cannot seem to get the lid back on. This new fame request came from Bay Area legend Jay Diggs after Wack said his mama, for basically no reason at all.
Fuck his mama, and we know he got his son killed for the insurance money. Ruined you completely.
It's just my question, for somebody as big as bad as Wack100 that's calling out names, wanting to catch face with everybody, why is he avoiding that favor with Jay Diggs? That's my question.
This all started a few months ago when Jay Diggs was speaking on the Blue Da Vinci case and asked Wack to clarify some things concerning paperwork. And that's when Wack100 completely lost it and began to threaten Jay Diggs' life and curse him out.
Yo, let me tell you one thing on Wack. Wack knows a really good strategy about arguing online. You don't go from 0 to 15 to 30 to 80 to 90. He goes from 0 100. And what happens when he does that is that, I will be honest with you, it always looks like he's pulling a card. I'll be honest.
Wack100 would then go on to dismantle it and act as if he never even heard of the government. Wack would also kiss the wrong from good and say that robbing banks isn't a gangster thing.
So you never heard the rap before? Oh, bro, I heard a problem with gang banging in the 90s, bro. Was you paying attention to the bang in the 90s, bro? No, how I boogie no matter what. Now they ain't about to gangster. You know? He was robbing banks and gangster just robbing banks.
Now, I was in Sylmore with this nigga Cash Jones for his murder case when he was in there with Newsom and Isaac, his co-defendants. I was telling on him, and he wasn't doing nothing to the niggas. So in the 90s, niggas knew about bad music. You feel me? Niggas knew about certain shit. But I get it. You throwing it off. You don't know about this nigga. But to say robbing banks ain't gangster, this is the slave mentality. Gangster is killing a nigga, killing another black man that's struggling. Regular person. You feel me? Not regular, but you feel me? But here it is, some niggas that's taking from the rich and funding a career allegedly. Nigga, that's more gangster than anything I ever done. Nigga, you taking from the white man. But that's how fucked up in the narrative he want to push. The gangster is killing the people in your own community. That's how fucked up Wack is. You want to push this narrative, but you want to say other people that's stealing from these motherfuckers conglomerates and nigga doing something with it, they ain't gangster though. Nigga.
It's not. Either you highly intelligent, you know the system, or you a dumb, desperate motherfucker wrong.
Niggas gangbang because they broke, they desperate, you feel me, for family, for homies. They desperate to get the anger that they feeling inside of them out. They know this could be an outlet. It wouldn't be no gangs if niggas had money. If everybody had money, just prime example. When Trump was in office, all that EDD and all that shit prior to and after, nigga, the crime rate was down. As soon as they take the money, what happened? Niggas get desperate. I mean, so by this nigga angle, he's saying that the Forte gangsters off the east side and south central ain't gangsters because the Forte gangsters is known. They was known for robbing banks. They was known for doing this. So is he saying the Forte gangsters ain't gangsters because they was robbing banks? He tries to use shit for his advantage and make it sound cool. But really, when you break it down, this nigga is, you feel me, stupid.
You robbing the bank, those old ladies, old people, those regular people in the bank, and you ain't going to it that don't know. That's I heard you do some gangster shit. He kick a nigga doing like he the motherfucking San Diego PD with the flat jackets on everything. Go in there and take a nigga 300,000, 15 first, and walk out of here, nigga, leave everybody in handcuffs. On some street nigga shit, and street nigga shit.
Apparently, selling drugs to your own community is more of a gangster thing to do, according to Wack100. I would also just like to note that JDs and the Wack100 were robbing banks and using that money to fund Mac Dre's rap career. They are downright legends in the Bay Area.
And that's a shame that a white boy, and no disrespect, Alan, it's a shame that even he can see that, nigga, so you telling me selling drugs to your own community and fucking over your own people is more gangster than stealing from somebody else? Like, you feeling, what kind of gangster narrative is you really pushing here? Because all the gangsters that I know, the real gangsters was taken from the man. That's what I know.
And to be disrespectful towards a legend as important as Mac Dre lets us know one thing: Wack100 is an absolute dirtbag. I mean, the guy has been dead for almost 2 decades and cannot defend himself. It's a shame that this little 4-footer gets to even speak on his name. So with that out of the way, let's begin today's video at the start of this beef and find out why Wack100 is so terrified of Jay Diggs. Let me show you a clip of Jay Diggs speaking about the safety valve, which then caused Wack100 to get on his top diet.
Dudes from Clubhouse called me for an interview because he mentioned my name. So I said, okay, I'm gonna tell the story how it really went. I said the story went the day Blue went to trial. With the court, he got his time. He called me that day after court. I'm talking to him on the phone. He telling me I just got 5 years, blah, blah, blah. Literally while I'm on the phone, I get a 3-way call from another one of my homeboys from BMF. It was Baby J. And I click over and he's like, Meech want to talk to you. So he got Meech on from jail. So I got Meech and Blue on both lines. So Meech come in and Meech say, you know, Blue went to court today. I'm like, yeah. He said, man, Blue's a rat bastard. I said, oh, Meech, what you talking about? I got Blue on the other line. He said, well, you can click over and tell him I told you that. He said Blue took a safety valve. He took a safety valve. He breathed. And nobody on that level in my crew did that shit. He's a rat bastard. So I click back over. I tell Blue what Meech say. Meech, Blue pleading this case. No, I ain't telling nobody, blah, 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 I did this. So I go back and forth for like 30 minutes. But at the end of the time, Meech, I'm not fucking with you. So, bam. So immediately, I gotta back up off Blue. Even though that's my brother, until this shit get figured out and settled. Like I said, I just told you how I feel about that shit. And Blue know how I feel. Blue lived with me, so he know how I feel. So when that happened, that conversation happened, I pushed the brakes like, whoa. And we went from talking every other day to, you're not even calling my phone, or I'm not answering.
But it's crazy that you admit to talking to Blue Da Vinci and everybody's seen the paperwork of the shit that he did. You feel me? But you call out everybody else on the paperwork, you feel me, but him. It's crazy. Then you get mad and then you use people. Like, what part of the situation, you feel me, do you really keep it real on? You say, oh, you running with a rack this, you doing a rack that, I'd never do this. But then Nigga comes to find out that, you know, Blue Da Vinci said he would tell. Then you go further with doing the whole podcast with 6ix9ine and all this, but everything come out your mouth is Pyru, some gang shit, some hood shit. You willing to crash out all this, all that, right? But why is a so-called multi-million-dollar man pushing a negative narrative in the hood? You feel me? And then when everybody knows this man Jay Diggs ain't no scary nigga, he calls him out for the fade, but then he's kind of running.
Trent when he called it nuts, because this shit got to get figured out. So here we is, fast forward. That shit was back in 2008 when that phone call happened. Okay? So now, through all that time, Blue had been getting called a rat. Now, you know, he's not around the BMX series, none of the shit going on. Lil Meech don't fuck with him, they done fell out, all the shit. So when I tell the story, I say, y'all can tell if Blue want to clear his name, tell Wack to ask Blue to get his debriefing paperwork, because he debriefed. That's what he did. He even said it.
Now, why would you call Wack? Bingo, gringo, Wack is the #1 guy with all this, I get the nigga paperwork. This supposed to be your homie. Obviously, you must have already got the paperwork. Check out his response.
If you listen to his interview, he say when he debriefed, give his debriefing paperwork. That's not public information. Let's see what he said to the federal government when he said in the debriefing room. That'll tell you. That's because if you know anything about a safety valve, that's when you have to go. In order to get a safety valve, you have to go sit down with the government, and basically they're gonna ask you a series of questions, and they gotta be happy with your answers. And then they'll go back to the judge and say, Judge, we were happy with our meeting with so-and-so. Yes, go ahead and give him his safety valve. Now it's called a safety valve because you're safe. We're gonna give you your 5 years that you asked for. But if we need you to come testify in trial, we're gonna open up that valve. You get it? If we need you to, hopefully everybody will plead out. You don't have to come in here and take this stand. But if we need to open up that valve, we will. So he took a safety valve.
Basically, if we call you in here to tell, will you tell? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So Wack must have already knew this. He already, you know, Mr. Get the paperwork. So why when this nigga asks you that, you start to have some type of adverse action?
What he said in that room to get a safety valve, we don't know. So he was never said to have gotten on the stand and said, oh, he sold me dope or I sold him dope. That's not the snitching he did. You understand? So I was breaking that whole story down. So when I broke that story down, I told Wack to ask Blue. Somebody told Wack, hey Wack, Diggs said ask Blue, Jay Diggs. Who is Jay Diggs? I don't know no Jay Diggs. He running my name, man. Fuck Jay Diggs, man. Fuck his mama. Woo. Tell his mama suck dick. She a janitor and blah blah. All the way in because somebody told me that I said ask Blue. And the words like no bitch, that none of this shit. And then right after he did that, he ran to the internet and posted word on the street, Jay Diggs married to a man. Like posted this on his page. What the fuck? I had never talked to this man a day, never disrespected this man a day in my life, said exact words. Everything I just told you on the internet can be verified. Anybody who want to verify the story, y'all can look it up where he started, where it all started at. Blue Da Vinci and Wack100 goes in on Jay Diggs. That's where it started at. So at the day that he did that, he disrespected me, disrespected my mom, Wack, we blocked. Come on, no, we didn't already started. You said what you said. Fake fights, fake arguments, and all the shit. So he running this. This was his only response to me asking for a fade is
this, and then this proves that, you know, by this nigga saying niggas doing sucker shit, but trying to be this big Pyru nigga, but then be doing the same sucker shit. It's time for niggas to like excommunicate this nigga.
I gave him the address. I told him to pull up. He said he was in LA. He sending me up.
Why don't you own an apartment building?
I'm serious right now. Let me show you a path that can save your life.
You heard that correctly. Mr. Telephone, typed by Wack100, has a nasty habit of faking fights for content. And in this next clip that I want to show you, is from when Wack100 and Sharp tried to fake a fight for views, but the plan went terribly wrong when Sharp claimed to be the victor of their imaginary war. This made Wack100 very upset because he felt as if he should have been the victor in that imaginary fight. So, with a bruised ego, Wack decided to expose their whole scheme on a DJ Academics live stream.
And this is the thing about people like this, that how dangerous they are. That for a situation to never happen, right, and for you to get terribly angry at a lie that's being told on top of another lie, and then expose yourself, right? It's like you will go to any lengths to make you not look bad, but when you doing wrong, you expose yourself. You expose yourself. You doing fake shit that all fake content this, fake content that. So now here it is, nigga, you doing the fake fight with Sharp. Like, you feel me?
This some real shit you saying right now, like, you know. You hear me?
You know, listen, I don't got to tell about R&B. You on the phone?
I am.
So, you know, R&B niggas always take shit a little to the extreme, right? After this shit,
Yeah, I'm here.
so watch this. Everybody always takes to the extreme. All I'm gonna say is this, and you fill in the blank. A nigga asked me to help him run a play for some clout. I said, okay, I'll help you run the play. All of a sudden, he then switched to play he knocked Wack out. R&B, when you tell academics right now, what the hell?
Now, R&B is a girl that been sitting in the background the whole time on Clubhouse, all while with her putting the 3 fingers in the nigga booty, doing the come here sign, catching the nigga laying on his stomach, asshole naked, trying to sign Memo 600, you feel me, and arguing with niggas on Clubhouse. This the same girl that seen all this that I said. How you gonna say you a real woman and see the shit that he did and still want to marry this nigga? But look at the shit that they do. This is why they married each other, because they big clout chasers.
You put together the other day, what?
A skit of you acting like you were about to jump out the car on Shark. And like a video of some people fighting on the ground. And then
2 people jumped on the ground, you couldn't tell what was going on.
I've seen you do it.
that's the
So it was easy.
Man, I think I tell my niggas to the dog came.
Cussing on the ground, the little shit we found on the internet, right? And look, I ain't gotta lie, bro, but the nigga went
You ain't-
to knock Wack out.
You ain't gotta lie, but you just sit up here and just tell everybody in the world that you lied about the fight with you and Sharp. It was all a setup. So that proves you doing clout shit. That proves, nigga, you do clout shit. Not no keeping it real, not none of that shit. You feel me? Clout shit. Lame shit that niggas do. You feel me? Like, oh, you feel me? Just want clout so bad. And this bitch right here going to get finding the clips and all this to back it up and make it look all good. You got a whole team of motherfuckers clout chasing to put out fake content to make a motherfucker look at something when it really ain't that.
Don't help me run this little bullshit play. Matter of fact, R&B, send me that shit right now. You hear her voice right now. I want to finish it, you act, and you can play the fake skit that we never finished in. R&B, send that shit to me. You think I can?
Wait, this is a real wait, no, this is
On Paul Road, your brother, I was taking your mom if you want to hear it.
So maybe that's the reason Wack won't accept the fake. Maybe it's because Jay Diggs wants to actually fight and Wack100 isn't used to that. No, Wack100 is used to imaginary fights with Sharp. That's why he's shaking in his boots every time a real gangster calls him out. because he never actually plans on meeting up with any of these folks that he threatens on the internet. Now, I don't want to be a negative Nancy, so let me mention some good that Mr. Wack100 is responsible for. Because just the other day, Jadid's dropped a diss track titled 3 Finger Whack, and oh man, this track is a slapper. And I got to say, if it wasn't for Wack100, well, then we would have never gotten such a masterpiece of a track. I mean, we hear a lot of diss tracks here in the year 2023, but none of them are.
That diss track was so motherfucking hard that a nigga had to feel some type of way. But ain't you the same nigga that, oh, we wouldn't let a nigga play with you like that, get at your manhood like that? And this is what I mean when I be telling niggas, like, on some real shit, like these niggas, a lot of these niggas is not tough. Like, a lot of these niggas is not tough, like, at all. Like, these niggas ain't that. You feel me? Because a lot of these niggas don't want that smoke. Like, but you try to have niggas live up to that standard though. But why? You ain't gonna live up to that standard. And right here, this is the story of Mika and the 3 Finger Whack situation. You feel me? Let's run that.
Fuck Wack100. On my mama, we can line it up. Wack, let's run through it. You a whole ass kid. You don't want this beat. Plus you talk too much like you don't want your teeth.
Okay, now I know what you must be thinking right now. What in the holy hell does 3 Finger Whack mean? And well, let me explain. A few months ago, 8 to be specific, there was an interesting interview that came out on Slip, the local YouTube channel, and it was an interview with someone named Mika with whom Wack100.
And let me say, shout out Mika, Cocktails with Mika. When we was on Clubhouse, that was my nigga. Nigga used to defend her and all that shit, like real hard. Still my nigga, you feel me? I respect it. She was one of the victims of the situation, but she was one of the ones that was at least smart enough to be like, how this nigga do people, let me get something on him. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And that's the smart thing, like, you feel me? But it goes to show, like, you talk about all these niggas, this nigga Nip doing some gay shit, but you getting fingers in your ass. You feel me?
Seems to be deeply attached to it. And in this interview, Mika would tell us how Wack100 likes to control and play the wicked that he dates. She even had to get a restraining order against him in attempts to get him to leave her alone. So now, without further,
if you only have a few $100 to invest right now, click this link right here because
As soon as I got in there and put my bag down, he was all like, take your clothes off. And I'm like, I'm shy, you know, I'm gonna take my clothes off. So I just sat there, you know, and somebody called his phone, and he on FaceTime, he's talking to whoever it is, and I'm sitting on the bed, and he showed them me, he like, I told her to take her clothes off, and she just sitting there. And I'm like, you know, so, yeah. So, he hung up with the person on the phone, and so I was like, okay, let me just get him dressed or whatever. And I mean, I was kind of uncomfortable because I'm super shy.
Mind you, the time he doing this, he married to a different girl, not R&B. He married to somebody else.
But I was just like, I've been on the phone with this man for months, like at least 2 or 3 months. We've been creating a bond, you know, on the phone and FaceTiming, you know.
This is Mika.
So I didn't get too
Cocktails.
uncomfortable, but it was uncomfortable. So I started to take my clothes up or whatever, and you know, everything transpired. You know, we had a little session or whatever. I said I wasn't gonna hold back in the interview, so I'm just tell you. Okay, so at first we started off, you know, what most people do, look for him though. He's the giver or whatever, like couple of minutes, like 30 to 45 minutes. I was like, whoa. And then,
Oh, he was a whole munch.
yeah, like 30, 45 minutes just munching. And then after that, he came up, we did our little situation. But after that, you know, he went down the shower, and then I took a shower. But then
That nigga went in there and cleaned that booty out. That's what that nigga did. That nigga went in there and got in that shower like a female. You feel me? I want to stick these fingers somewhere, so I'm gonna go and clean this shit out. That's what that nigga did. That's exactly what he did.
so I got out of the shower, and I was going to go put my clothes on. He was laid out on the bed, butt naked, on his stomach, yelling at people on Clubhouse. And I just looked. Mind you, before I even went out there, his co-host to the podcast, his name is CEO Rick.
What type of nigga that been in jail, been in YA, been in prison is actually comfortable laying on his stomach, asshole naked, with his cakes in the air? You feel me? This nigga got his Danny DeVitos all in the air, bro, comfortable. But you supposed to be some big gangbanger, right? Arguing with men asshole naked. Like, nigga, that feels odd. I don't give a fuck if you can't see me or not. But you cool with it.
And CEO Rick had told me, he was just like, Mika, you messing with this dude, you know, I advise you just to get something to cover your own ass, basically. He said, because I watched this dude tear women down just as fast as he built them up. But then when I took the picture, I'm like, nah, but like, he could deny that this picture is him, you know? So I recorded a video. So we could hear him talking and moving, you know? So it was like 15-second video.
Nigga ain't just moving. This nigga on his stomach, naked, texting and tweeting, nigga on Clubhouse, nigga kicking his feet back and forth, nigga. You feel me? Like a little old fanny sissy.
Yeah, put it up. And I know you, I was hoping to never have to use it. You know, I recorded it because somebody that was that close to him told me to cover my own ass. So I recorded it, I put it up, and I never looked at it again. You know, and a couple of times I came this close to deleting.
Even though that's my homegirl, I'm gonna call bullshit only because I believe that if you do that off the dribble, right? You feel me? Despite what you saw me do to somebody else, the only reason why you would do that is to hold that over my head. But that's clout chasing. You feel me? That's in that world. But I mean, that's my homegirl. I believe that she felt like she could take that nigga away from, you know, his wife or whatever. But then if he try to use it against me, I'm gonna use this. Like, so, you feel me? That's where that shit comes from, bro.
Yeah, I promise. Because I felt hella bad because I was rocking with him, you know?
Humbly and peacefully, I want you to answer this question. Did you not call him?
This nigga said humbly and peacefully while this nigga naked on the bed. Look at this nigga, bro. Like, this a whole senior citizen, quote unquote, big time gangbanger, right? They got a lot of you niggas tricked and fooled, bamboozled and hoodwinked. Look how this nigga, would you accept if you knew a nigga was on the phone with you just like this, laying on the bed right there, right? With his Danny DeVitos in the air. If you knew he was on the phone with you like that, right? Would you stay on the phone with him? I'm just asking all real niggas, right? This is Wack100. Laying on the bed, being recorded by Mika. Asshole naked with his Danny DeVitos in the air, talking to a man. If you a real nigga and you knew he was on the phone like this, I'm gonna ask you, would you continue the conversation with this nigga? And what would your response be?
I fall humbly and peacefully. I know it was you. Oh, wait, I answered the phone.
So after that, he had turned around and now I have my clothes on or whatever. But when I put my sweater on, he was like, that's when he turned around and looked at me. He was like, come here. And so I walked over to the bed and he was like, remember I told you that I wanted to show you some things that you never done before. And I was like, yeah. And I thought he was like talking about some other stuff because he did some real freaky stuff, but it wasn't nothing out of the ordinary freaky that men and women don't do.
Okay.
You know? So I thought we already did the freaky stuff that he was supposed to introduce me to, you know? But Storm, this man told me, he said, I want you to stick your fingers in my ass.
Oh no.
Now, mind you, this the same nigga that said Nipsey Hussle did some homosexual activity because his baby mama sexually oral copulated another dude and he nutted in her mouth and then Nipsey Hussle kissed her. If that's gay, how gay is it for you to get 3 fingers in your ass? That's what I'm saying. How gay is it though, my nigga?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be professional. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so he was like, I want you to stick your fingers in my ass. And I was like, but it's gonna be boo-boo coming out, you know? And he was like, that's what I want to see. And I was just like, you know, it threw me back to
This nigga is wild. Mind y'all, she said the nigga got in the shower after that nigga. Yes. So the nigga was wild, but and all that, right? But nigga, she's saying the nigga issue.
well, he's ready for that, right? So basically, he was like, okay, he put the lube on my finger. And he was just like, he bent over.
Drop the soap.
And he told me, he says, now stick one finger. So I put one finger. And then he was like, and I put 2 fingers. And I put 2 fingers. I thought that was it, but he was just like, okay, now slide one more finger.
Now, I know doing that to girls and shit, right? When the nigga was young and shit, or like females that like that, right? When they start getting into it, they keep telling you, you know, go or whatever, right? So, nigga, you like, you know what I'm saying? You've been doing this for a minute.
So now I'm like, yeah. So I'm like this, right? And he said, now turn your fingers around and make a come here motion.
Oh, he wants you to stroke their prostate. You know what? Wow. But
And I'm not like famous people say that, but like going on with my story, you're gonna see why I don't care about saying it today, you know?
And like I say, like even though me and Mika cool, like I like me, I don't got nothing bad to say about her, but what I'm finna say right now is like you a nasty little frick. You do some shit for the clout. Like on my mama, you stuck your fingers in this nigga booty, like nigga to become famous type shit to get clout. Like this shit dangerous. Like, so you gotta imagine, like, if she doing this to this nigga, like, you feel me? Why this nigga ain't doing shit, like, you feel me, in the dark with niggas? Like, I don't know.
I did that, and then, I mean, I lasted for a good, like, 10 or 15 minutes. When I
10, 15 minutes.
Surprisingly, when I put my fingers up, I didn't have no boob on me.
10, 15 minutes, she was in there digging in this nigga booty. Now, I remember back in like the late 90s, right? Early 90s, late 80s, right? It was a white actor. The nigga had to get rushed to the emergency room because he got a gerbil stuck up his ass. He was married and all that came out. He was fucking with prostitutes, all this, right? And niggas was calling him gay. You feel me and all this. But 15 minutes, she digging in your booty? Like, that ain't no virgin ass, my nigga, at all. That ain't no virgin buttocks.
If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, it was just like some thick, clear substance. And
That nigga was covered in his butt. You know what it was.
there before he came out the bathroom?
Hell no, nigga. He told that nigga, why would that nigga tell her to put some lube in it, nigga? And this nigga already know he want her to do the 3 fingers. Nigga, his butt is already taking that. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga know it wasn't no one, and she said it was, nigga, you know, hard to get in. She said she put one in there. Then she said the nigga told her throw another one in there, and then told her throw another one there. It wasn't he was easing up because, you feel me, it was hurting or too tight or whatever. He was getting her prepared for how many he wanted to go in. He wanted to settle her. That nigga put no lube in there, nigga. That nigga shit wide open like the Grand Canyon.
And Clubhouse told me that you could come out here, but
They told me that too, and I did not know that. I did not know that, but they was like, yeah, sometimes you can. Okay.
Now, Mr. Wack100, being able to come out of your butt is nothing to be ashamed about. In fact, many might even call it a talent. But
That nigga said many might call it talent.
Wack100
That nigga went, that nigga cold.
So I'm sure he is indeed proud of his fact.
but the fact that he didn't have there was no boo-boo coming out, I just assumed like what was that? And then he also told me, he said usually, you know, when in the LGBTQ community, you know, when they prepare for sexual intercourse, they do what they call like a douche.
Yeah.
Before. And I was just like, bro, if you douche before.
That nigga said, yeah. Nigga, she told that
You know what
nigga
I'm saying?
that, and nigga, that before these niggas do anything, these niggas does. That nigga was like, yeah, like that nigga knew, like, oh yeah, that's what we do. Like, yeah, nigga, we do this right before we have gay sex. That nigga gotta be Lolo.
Plain do it. So after that, I washed my hands. He got dressed. So yeah, we went to the medicine store to get lotion. Then the guy in the store that stopped us. And he wanted to
See, look, they ain't even have no lotion before they did the do. That's how you know that nigga ain't new to this. That nigga true to that, nigga. That nigga ain't need no lotion, no lube, nigga. Like, you feel me? Like, nigga, that nigga didn't say, ouch, nigga, let me get ready. Like, none of that. Like, that nigga put the 3 in there. Nigga, like, you feel me? Like, come on now. Then they go get the lotion.
So if that guy ever see me, reach out to let these people know then he ordered me food for breakfast, and then we got busy again. But while we in the middle of our session, he turns on gay porn. Yeah.
Now, you could not tell me if you turn on gay porn and you get a hard on, nigga, you gay. You gay. You trying to find somebody freaky enough to do that. Like, you feel me saying? Like, nigga, you trying to find somebody that's gonna accept you. And obviously he did, R&B. You feel me?
And I'm just like, that threw me for a loop, you know? Because I'm like, why would he throw on gay porn? You know? And then he said it down, he starts like stroking my butt, you know? And I'm just like, no, we're not doing it.
I mean, why the fuck you think he put on gay porn? If the nigga had you already, nigga, drilled a nigga booty with your fingers, I mean, shit, nigga, I would have been like, oh shit, nigga, you kind of late for that. Like, nigga, like.
And he like, you sure? Like, why not? And I'm like, no, I don't like none of that. I don't like fingers, no. And I was adamant about it, so he left it alone. But that was like a red flag for me. But then he dropped me off at the airport.
That was a red flag for you, but it wasn't a red flag when the nigga told you to put your fingers in his ass. Now this is, you feel me, somebody I met through social media, right? And I still say I rock with her, right? But how is that a red flag? You feel me? Him watching gay porn, but the red flag wasn't you put 3 fingers in this nigga booty for 15 minutes. Like the fuckery.
I call my best friend and I'm telling her everything. Like, girl,
I know you like it, all right. You ain't going with it.
Look, what I tell y'all, what that nigga just do. What that nigga just
I'm like,
do.
girl, you turn no gay porn. I mean,
Oh,
playing
shit.
ass. Like,
Hold
what the
on.
hell? She like, you
That
lying.
nigga said,
And I'm
I
like, no,
told y'all
girl.
that nigga, that nigga was a little. Why time that nigga say that
I
girl?
don't like none of that. I don't like fingers, no.
Why time that nigga say that
And
girl?
so he left it alone. But that was like a red flag for me. But then he dropped me off at the airport. I called my best friend.
Look at this
And I'm
nigga.
telling her everything. Like, girl,
I know you like it, all right. You ain't going with
Look,
it.
girl, that, before she just said it.
I'm like, girl, he turned no gay porn. He had me playing his ass. Like, what the hell? She like, you lying. And I'm like, no, for real. So at that moment is when it was the first time that I ever Googled him. That's
She
when I
lying.
saved my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like,
She lying.
Oh, he do.
She lying. Everybody knew that nigga had a wife.
Okay.
he texted my phone and said, okay, you want to go to war? I'm going to go to war. I said, I don't want to go to war with you. He said, no, you want to go to war? And he called CPS. Put his name, and she said, legally she can't tell me that if we could drop the video, X, Y, and Z. Like, he been saying all of this stuff, trolling me and things like that.
You didn't stutter in your story. You ain't tripped over your words. So
And all of these receipts.
22 for not accepting the fade from Jay Diggs. And in this clip, we will watch Wack100 try and weasel his way out of the fade from Jay Diggs, even though Wack100 clearly started this beef. We often hear of Wack100 pulling out this one and that one, but we rarely get to see Wack100 actually follow through on any of his pathetic threats. So, it's absolutely fascinating to watch his gangster him completely backfire on him. I think that you will really enjoy this next clip.
you talk about it when you ain't talking about it. How he got some responsibility in getting, old boy killed that they love up there in the Bay. We ain't touched content on that, Adam. So his son, for the people.
Now, anybody that knows me in real life, like, knows I'm an adamant big Bay fan, big Mac Dre fan, big Mac Dre fan, right? Matter of fact, check out the content on this page, Mac Dre the Legend. It's never came up that Jay Diggs had something to do with. It's never been, to my knowledge, public wise. I don't know about the inner circles, never. To where people say Jay Diggs got Mac Dre killed. So now here's the first thing, divide and conquer. Make people think, like, you feel me? Because people are stupid. But, you feel me? Okay, let's just say that's true. All right, Pharaoh, you don't know if that's true, but ain't Wack the one that brings the receipts? Why he ain't name names? He does it all the time. Everybody gives him an excuse when it's him getting called out.
Wilhelm died of a seizure induced by lean usage, apparently.
I feel like it goes by what?
Lean usage.
Wait, induced by
You
what?
do a little bit of damage to your own
Induced by what?
credibility.
Wait. Induced by what?
Lean.
What was in the lean? Do the research.
What?
What was in the lean?
You tell me.
I'm telling you, do
Now, this is my thing again. You don't have no clarification, can't name nothing, right? Now, even if, say they dropped a perk in the lean, right? What nigga really think they gonna kill their son, right? Right? Boom. Niggas be like, oh, Pharaoh, but niggas do it. Okay, yeah, we know they do it. So let's just say that he did that. But why you ain't produced? Oh, he got the insurance scam, the money on him and all this and all that. Okay, that's cool. But why you not producing on all the other shit?
The research.
I wasn't involved in the
Okay,
the
do the research. Don't talk about my credibility. If you do the research on what was found in the lean, drink lean all day long.
Your credibility is shot though already, bro. You just do nothing but lie.
What Wack100 is demonstrating here is a classic case of deflection by claiming Adam22 doesn't have all the information. Wack100 can easily shut down Adam's argument. Wack100 is the type of guy to say, yeah, I know you are, but what's mine? It's silly because now would be the perfect time to reveal this game-changing information that he supposedly has. But instead, he just tells Adam and the audience that we all have to do our own research. How convenient a situation this seems to be for Mr. Wack100.
Okay. What was found in the lean, and then do the research on the mother.
But in order to expose somebody, you feel me, you have to have the paperwork. And this is the one thing that I tell people, like people love to throw words out there like, oh, bro, a snitch, bro, a fag, bro, do this, bro, do that. Like one of the things that niggas love to say, niggas know if you say a nigga snitch, niggas, you feel me, believe that, run with it, right? So if you know this nigga doing this type of shit and you tell a nigga don't do and you ain't do your research, I mean, all right, but why that was never even brought up? Why it was never even on the news that, oh, Jay Diggs killed his son? Why are you the only person saying this?
And gave his own son lean because he thought it was cool. Like some of these broke blunts with their kids and pop perks with their kids because they think it's cool.
Why do you think he gave his son lean?
It ain't about thinking about what we know. I mean, did he collect the life insurance?
I don't know. Do you know?
Well, that's a fact.
You knew that's true, man.
That's a fact.
It's kind of ugly to be bringing that to the table.
Yeah, man. He got the other man smoked. You do know.
I didn't think that.
Everybody know that.
I looked into it a bit. I don't know seen it.
You want to talk to one of his mother? And the loved ones around him, the dudes in the streets?
I don't want to interview her, but I would speak to her.
Well, you know,
And he just says a lot of niggas smoke, pop pills with their kids that, you feel me, that's at that age and all that living that lifestyle. So, you feel me, why would this nigga just single his son out to kill him and gather the life insurance on it when you could put a life insurance policy on anybody? Anybody you could go put a life insurance policy on. So, you feel me, nigga, that is a mistake. Yeah, it's a fucked up mistake if that's what happened. But you feel me, saying the wrong shit, digging yourself a deeper hole.
in the day, this is the thing. What he can't do with Wack, on G, he can't dictate how it goes.
So you are
He can't
turning down the face.
No, he can't dictate.
So you're turning down the fade. Why he can't dictate how it go? He not even dictating. He just saying, can I get that fade? Can I get that fade? That's all he's saying.
Mother, and the loved ones around him, the dudes in the streets.
I don't want to interview her, but I would speak to her.
Here it is. A nigga said that you have done homosexual activity. You this big nigga crash out, nigga on power rule, nigga better not say nothing about you. Here's a nigga who made a whole song about you. But now you run and say, oh, a nigga can't dictate how I respond.
You know, end of the day, this is the thing. What he can't do with Wack, on G, he can't dictate.
What G? I mean, shit, nigga, I know G's. Nigga, G's have a dispute, nigga, they get in. You don't get in. You force everybody else to react and, you feel me, nigga, put on this persona, but you won't.
Ain't how it go.
So you are
He can't
turning down the face.
No, he can't dictate how it go. See, a lot of these dudes, this dude been rapping 20 years, right? Had no traction.
Now here we go with this no traction, rapping 20 years. Now he looking for clout chase, right? But that's the same thing You just told academic you did. You was just clout chasing, helping somebody catch some views, and catching them some views that keep your name out there. Clickbait, you know that.
If you go look at what he did for 20 years, combine it together versus when he started mentioning my name a stranger, what the numbers are, then you understand the clout chasing. I don't know anything.
Just because
He mad at me because I talked to Blue Vinci.
Just because his diss about you has some views doesn't mean that that's the only reason he made the diss, right?
Bro, listen to me. He don't fucking know me. He told somebody he's mad at me because I talked to Blue Vinci. Motherfucker, whatever you or Blue got going on is your fucking business. That's like me being mad at you because you talk to this weirdo. I'm not mad at you for talking to this weirdo. You talk to him whatever you want to talk to him about. So your beef with Wack was...
You saying all that, but what about the fade?
Blue Vinci ain't never did nothing to him.
So no fit.
Oh no, he gonna get how it goes.
On your terms?
Always on my terms.
So no fade. So no fade.
What are your terms?
Okay, it ain't a nigga, it ain't a motherfucker in this world that's gonna dictate to me how it go.
And it's crazy. Like, I'm no Adam22 fan. By far, I feel like nigga a culture vulture, right? But I feel this like nigga, this nigga losing traction. You feel me? Wack losing traction. So he come on the thing, right? You know, culture vulture. And he does him wrong. He's basically telling y'all, this is what the white people do. Like, okay, y'all, this the big nigga, like, kiki, ha ha, all that, so no fade though, right? Basically what he's saying, look, y'all, he telling y'all to do this, but this the nigga y'all follow. So no fade.
Cause keep it in the blogs. They can leave it in the streets. And it's like it's a PC move.
Well, you can't keep it in the streets because the person who wants to fade refuses to fight him.
No.
The person that wants to fade refuses to fight. Fuck you mean, nigga?
You know my studio at, man. He went to American Ozone's spot, 0.3 miles away from my studio.
You did.
No, he did too.
Oh, he did, right?
He don't pull up. He come over here, he don't pull up. Let me find out a motherfucker right there when the niggas is pulling up.
Bullshit, all cap. If this nigga telling you he wanna fight you, beat your ass, make a whole song about you, nigga, expose you, all this, nigga, and all that, right? You this big gangster, you talking all that shit. Why is you, this your city? You got money, this nigga on Melrose. How you don't know he there? How you don't know? For sure somebody told you. You knew what was up. He was posting it. Nigga showed you he was going to No Jumper. Nigga, you did like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You can't say none of that shit. Like, nigga, you lying ass, nigga.
He talking,
That's what you doing.
but he's doing some PC shit.
That's what you doing.
Refuses to fight him.
No.
That's what that nigga told you. That nigga Adam told you. Nigga Adam. Nigga Adam
On
called.
your terms?
Always on my terms.
What are your terms?
So, okay, it ain't a nigga, it ain't a motherfucker in this world that's gonna dictate to me how it go. And he doing a lot of buster shit.
What's the buster shit?
Cause keep it in the blogs. They can leave it in the streets. And it's like it's a PC move.
Well, you can't keep it in the streets because the person who wants to fade refuses to fight him.
No.
Because the person that he wants to fade refuses to fight him. Fuck you mean though, nigga, you refuse to. You try to put everybody else in the ring.
You know where my studio at, man. He went to American Ozone's spot, 0.3 miles away from my studio.
You did.
No, he did too.
Oh, he did, right?
He don't pull up. He come over here, he don't pull up. Let me find out a motherfucker right there when the niggas is pulling up. He talking.
Obviously, if you don't know a nigga in your city, obviously niggas don't care to hit your line. You on this nigga podcast talking about nigga, oh he came here, he came there. You know he went there, but this your city. You got beef with this nigga. How you not knowing where this nigga at?
But he's doing some PC shit because he want to keep it in the media. Nigga, leave it in the streets. Bay Area niggas don't get out like that. If it's a problem, and we got to understand it's a problem, leave it in the streets. Let the shadows, let the alleys, let the darkness be our friend, but leave it in the streets. My Bay niggas, General, my niggas from Fillmore, they don't move like that. If it's an understanding it's on, let it be on. Stop telling the feds it's on. Let it die down so niggas can get out.
So no fed.
Definitely.
So no fade.
I'm in the streets. But the nigga that came out here 2-3 times.
We could meet up at the railroad tracks.
Adam. Dude ain't finna come play with me.
Meet up at the Delta.
Dude's not gonna come play with me.
So you just said he came out here 2-3 times. Why is you not on him? Why you not on his bumper? Like Mika was in your bumper.
He know what I was about to say.
Well, why make it so he has to get the jump on you and pull up to your spot? Why can't you just meet him at the Jackson?
This is because we gonna meet how we gonna meet.
Right.
But what you not gonna do
And nigga Adam told that nigga, why not meet at the Jackson box, nigga?
You can't manipulate. I'm a valley nigga. You can't manipulate me into doing what you want me to do. No, I'm gonna do it how I want to do it. Plot, plan, execute.
Yeah, you're trying to get the drop off.
OBG, original baby gangster. We always came out on top. Plot, plan, execute. He keep doing some busted shit. Shut the fuck up. It's already an understanding that it's on. And let it be on.
So instead of niggas dying, why not just get this nigga the low? Nigga, so nigga won't nobody die, won't nothing happen to nobody, nigga, and y'all can get nigga knuckle it up and get it out the way. Nigga, that's how real niggas care about they homies. Real niggas don't want they homies to die. Real niggas don't want niggas to be hurt. But you say you a real nigga, what do you mean you running from the fade? If a nigga just want to square up with you, nigga, and get it out the way, nigga, why not? But this is the type of nigga that want people around him to nigga throw their life away so he could keep woofing on niggas.
He's so confused right now. It's like he never anticipated having to back up any of the nonsense that he's been spewing these last few years. Here, Wack is literally explaining to us how J. Diggs is messing up the play by actually wanting the fame.
And leave it where it's at. Stop alerting motherfuckers.
Okay.
Keep alerting motherfuckers. He had nothing else to talk about but Wack. That was his biggest question.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, no,
I can't
that's
tell
what
you.
you're talking about.
You brought the good artists out of it.
I can't tell you.
We had a lot of good
I can't
conversation.
tell you nothing about the dude.
If it was a 2-hour interview, we probably did 10 minutes of Wack.
I can't listen. I can't tell you. My 10 minutes is nigga stop telling, be quiet. Just understand that it's on. Let it be on. And leave it where it's at.
Okay, I just want to point out that when Wack100 is saying stop telling, what he really means is stop asking for favor.
Stop out here, nigga said what he really saying and stop asking for a fact. Stop exposing me as a buster.
I like it. It has a nice ring to it.
I don't know nothing about the dude.
I'll leave it to you.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sacramento. I appreciate y'all.
What they do.
Oh boy.
This nigga be lying. This nigga's a whole character, a whole entertainer.
Appreciate y'all.
On my Bible.
I know the podcast with Disney film.
This nigga's a whole entertainer, nigga. Like, nigga, no gimmicks.
We are the age of
Like, nigga, that nigga's a whole entertainer.
is worth more than all the street credibility in the world. But
Like, not even like that, but like that. Like, you feel me? Hey, it's that time again to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another motherfucking friend. Share, like, and subscribe to this. Don't miss out on this. You feel me? Y'all know what it is, man. And I ain't like, you feel me, be trying to bring niggas down type shit, you feel me? But my thing is just that, you know, this nigga, like, niggas just be, you know what I'm saying, making it seem some type of way. And to be honest with you, like, nigga, you feel me? If you not gonna do the gangster shit, why is you even popping it like that? Like, to be honest, you feel me? Why is you popping it like that? Because a real nigga is not gonna sit up here and have another nigga, you feel me, get killed when these niggas could just squabble. Like, this nigga Wack ain't no real nigga. And niggas be running behind this nigga, you feel me? And you see this nigga doing fake ass skits, lying, saying he got down with niggas, you feel me? You know, oh, I know a nigga in my city, but then when you got nigga beef with this nigga Jay Diggs, you know where to be seen. You feel me? Just like I be on these motherfucking politicians' ass and shit like that. And you feel me? This nigga Wack ain't no different. Culture vulture ass nigga. You see how that nigga Adam22 kept asking the nigga, so no fag. So no fag. You feel me? Nah, it ain't no fag, nigga. That nigga's a bitch, bro. You feel me? Ain't nothing that nigga do is worth it. Holla at your boy.